twist my A-head to the side just for style. Or throw on the Gucci bucket with the fly, super fly. Wow, the Southern pride been known to shut it down. It ain't so country though, nigga, this ain't no Goma pile. I'm Sergeant Slaughter, I keep my shit cooked to altar in order to satisfy my people in Georgia and cross the water. And across the border, the essays are getting smarter. They got flour for tortillas and lettuce for enchiladas. If you follow, wink, wink, no doubt we don't speak in a blink. Them folks can have you sleeping in the clink. I'm shitting on niggas, ain't peeing on the seat. It's the nigga, the B-I-G-B-O-I-O-U-T. Now party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the loose up in the sky just for the shut up buzz. I'm double fisted and you empty, you can grab a cup. I'm double fisted and you empty, you can grab a cup. Party people in the club, it's time to cut a rug and throw the loose up in the sky just for the shut up buzz. I'm double fisted and you empty, you can grab a cup. Boy stop, I'm just playing, boy stop.
Now this goes out to all my players in the back, sipping yak, getting round corners in the lack.
Let me club. Get up, get up, get up.
Do that shit, do that shit, do it.
What you want? You make me wanna breathe, girl, freeze.
Let me club. Get up, get up, get up.
Do that shit, do that shit, do it.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
I wish I was like 6'9" so I can get with Leoshi, cause she don't know me, but yo, she's really fine. You know I see her all the time, everywhere I go. Even in my dreams, I got scheme of ways to make her mine. Cause I know she's living fat. Her boyfriend's tall and he plays ball, so how am I gonna compete with that? Cause when it comes to playing basketball, I'm always last to be picked, and in some cases never picked at all. So I just lean up on the wall, or sit up in the bleachers with the rest of the girls who came to watch they man ball. Tag y'all, I never understood black, while the jocks get the fly girls, and me I get the hood rats. I tell them scat, skittles, kabobble, got hit with a bottle, put in the hospital for talking that mess. I confess it's a shame when you living in a city that's the size of a box and nobody knows your name. Glad I came to my senses, like quick, got sick to my stomach, overcome it by thoughts of me and her together, right? So when I asked out, she said I wasn't a type. I wish I was a little bit taller, I wish I was a baller, I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6-born parlor. I wish I was a little bit taller, I wish I was a baller, I wish I had a girl who looked good, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6-born parlor.
He's phony, she's fake. That's the type of people I hate.
Shimmy y'all, shimmy yam, shimmy yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural Charles Bon Voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang Killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass disco dorm. For you to even touch my skill, you gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't for the kill now. Drop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states, I get psycho. Killer, Norman Bates. My producer slam, my flow is like bam. Jump on stage, up in a dip there.
But I'm a creep.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
I'm a
Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
I don't belong here.
Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Nuka. Hello, Pirata. Why is there so much licking? I'm just like so concerned. Hello, Doc. Hello. Oh my God, the glitch. Oh, it's real. Oh boy. Hello. Oh my God. See, you guys need to behave now. There's a mod in. Like, forced. Oh my God, the super glitch. Hello, Decrepit. Hello. Welcome me. Like, Jesus Christ, all the sounds. Thank you for the resub, Doc. Thank you. 30 months? Jesus Christ. Have I been here that long? I don't think I should have been here that long. Like, I think I should. I think we need to dial that back just a bit. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Also, I see what you did there in your first message, Pirata. I see how you're trying to make it hard to argue for me to argue with. Instructions followed. Lick the mods. Hey, that means I'm free. I'm okay with that. That is a fine choice for me. But we are continuing our gothic horror visual novel, DICENTRA. I don't know why I questioned how to fucking pronounce that. DICENTRA? Questioning my English skills already, and we've only been live for like 6 minutes. Most of that was intro. Oh, it's gonna be a great time. But if you weren't here last time, we got bad ending number 3. Honestly, I knew I was gonna get bad ending. Just didn't actually expect it. But I knew it was gonna happen. I'm full and ready to do nothing. Yes. I hope you have hydrated with some water to like wash down whatever meal you have eaten. I hope the meal was good. And if you feel sleepy and I put you to sleep, that is also okay. Because I am 100% your sleep aid. I'm pretty sure I am like your sleep aid in every sense, even when I'm not live. Also, happy belated Dracula Day, which was yesterday. For those of you that do not know, yesterday, or whatever day it is, the 26th of May is Dracula Day, which was when Dracula by Bram Stoker was published. And if you also didn't know, I think I have 4 chapters. 4 chapters on the Patreon of the audio for me reading Dracula with a terrible Transylvanian accent or Romanian accent or just Eastern European accent. It's great. Good mod. Oh Lord. I made some spaghetti and used my leftover pecorino bomb. Yum! I just want the pork. I'm not gonna lie. I can do without the pasta. I just want the pork. If it's like, when beef or pork are tender, and especially like fatty pork, I'm all in. I know it's terrible for you. I don't care. I have no high blood pressure. I have no heart and no blood of my own. So high blood pressure doesn't scare me. Give me the fat of the pork. Oh no, the cheese? Even better! I mean, you could just have the meat and the cheese. I'm just saying. You don't need to have, pasta. I mean, oh wait, I mixed up who posted what. I was so hungry when I was looking in the Discord at all y'all's food. So like, unfortunately, I had none of the good food, or I did have good food, but I didn't have any of that accessible. So I just had like, what did I have? I had chicken and corn elote. So, like, that's what it was. It was just on Mexican rice. It was very Tex-Mexy, and I was not upset. But at the same time, it wasn't pork. Yeah, this still sounds good. It is good. It's also just, okay, corn on the cob is just a struggle to eat, especially when you're out in public, i.e. work. And work people will not judge me. I mean, they judge me in general, but that's okay. It's more like I am in full like gremlin pose over my corn on the cob, and I'm like mid bite, And then that's when people tend to like walk up on me and be like, "Hey, Addy," and I'm like halfway towards my corn, about to take a bite, and I'm just like not stopping, but slowly going to eat it while maintaining eye contact. I'm like, can't stop me. Give me some elotes. I mean, I would if I could, but it's also I didn't make it. I was just there to consume it, and I am very happy to have consumed it. It was very good. Very good. Also very, very well balanced because it wasn't too much chicken that made me upsetty stomach. So like got the good balance of rice, greens, or vegetables, and meat. Yeah. You gotta eat corn like a gremlin to fully enjoy it for real. See? Thank you, co-founders. Also, hello, hello. Welcome in. Good evening. Also, congrats on your... Is it just LASIK? Or, like, did you do the other surgery? But congrats on your renewed eyesight. Welcome to, like, really good vision or better vision than you had. I hope you are healing well. I hope you're recovering well and taking your time. And also enjoying not having to wear glasses too much. 12 hours YouTube video of Addy eating corn on the cob just staring at the camera. Honestly, I honestly would, but like I'm also not okay. As much as I like food, corn is not my favorite. It's just because also the trauma of braces is just like I'm so used to having corn on the cob and having to take utensils to take the corn kernels off of the cob and having to eat it. Yeah, the things I had to do with braces. It was cataract surgery. Okay, very big congrats on being able to see and not having deteriorating eyes and like having good eyeballs. Congrats. But the statement for the surgery still stands. I still hope you are recovering well, taking care of yourself, and enjoying like the good eyesight. Corn with braces was terrible. See? Someone understands. Fuckers. That's so true. It took so long to start liking popcorn again. Right? Because then you're traumatized with like one, you forget that like because your mouth gets adjusted to the braces, you forget that there's like a barrier between your teeth actually being able to nom on the food and like just being so full of like gunk of embarrassment. And then even when you can get to the food, like flossing, pain in the fucking ass. I don't care if there's the super floss, smart floss, whatever the fuck it's called. I do not care. It kind of made fucking, or like having the needle to thread your floss through your braces. I don't care. It might have made it easier. Flossing still was a fucking job. Like, you still got, like, obviously you still got to brush and you still got to floss. You still got to have good dental hygiene, but like, oh my god, I'm sorry. It's like what should only take you about like 10 minutes overall is taking you like a full on like half hour just to like thread it through. I'm sorry. I'm like, and the fact that now they're just pushing Invisalign, I'm just like, no, everyone needs to suffer the wire and brackets and like either the headgear or the what you call it? Whatever with the bands, the rubber bands. Like, you just gotta fucking champ it out. Braces trauma gang. Yeah, high five. Let's go. Because, like, I don't know. I'm so jealous of people that are just getting Invisalign and that's, like, the only thing offered to them for, like, the normal braces of, like, either straightening their teeth or fixing their bite or whatever. I'm just like, I went through the full fucking trauma. All y'all gotta do it too. That being said, I did not mind having braces. I liked having, like, thankfully when I did get my braces removed, my dental hygiene was still pretty good. I think I only had like 2 cavities, which is not surprising. Honestly, if we're having those like braces for 3 years, 2 cavities I'll live with. And then like, I didn't have to wear the headgear. I did have this weird like, the contraption added to it at one point, but that was fine. I only had that for like several months. And then the bands are fun. I had braces, but my younger brother uses Invisalign, so on for see. It's so unfair. I mean, I understand like as if you get braces as an adult, I kind of understand getting Invisalign, but like no. I'm sorry. Gotta do the suffering. But I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like I trust the wiring more than I trust the Invisalign. But, whatever. I do not. I am not upset having had the wired braces. I am just upset that people that are now getting braces do not get to suffer that. That is it. Suffering builds character. Yes! Thank you! Character growth, character art, character building. It's what it is. Our 15 minutes are at normal. Anyways, so we got bad ending number 3 last stream. We are trying not to get a bad ending this time. We are, thank you, Doc, for telling me where to find like the autosaves. We are gonna start off with a choice, and we're gonna choose the other choice that hopefully won't kill me. And also for those of you that have not tuned into a DICENTRA stream prior to, we play the main character Basil, who is a wolf puppy, and we are in this haunted mansion full of ghosts, and we are. Well, we have one human, quote unquote, who is, her name is Dove. She's a little scary. She's a young girl. She's a cutie patootie. She doesn't control her emotions. And she's a little scary, but I love her for it, and she's cute for it. That being said, most of the ghosts are friendly. There are some unfriendly ghosts. There are some other unfriendly things. And also, this flower here was not here at the beginning of the... wow, where's my cursor? There we go. This flower here was not there at the beginning of this game. This here came in because one of the ghosts we had let go and let move on to the rest of their afterlife. And it was a very sad moment that I teared up on, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because it was a sad moment that touched my heart. So now we have a flower to remember him by, and it's very sweet. Oh shit, that's very loud to me. But yes, we are going to continue where the choices were. No bad endings, hopefully no screaming. Can't promise none of those things, but I'm hoping to be true. Jesus Christ, it was right off the choice. I don't even remember what happened directly before this. Anyhow, I hurry behind a bookshelf and lower myself to the floor as flat as I can. Oh yeah, for those of you that weren't here before or have been here before, grab your bevies, grab your comfy cozies. If it's near bedtime, get in bed. If you want to bring me along. I will be your sleep aid because this is full on story time. The door creaks open and someone walks in. I try to control my rapid breathing out of fear that it will betray my concealed position. I peek through the gaps, and what I see haunts me. A tall gentleman enters the library still in his outerwear with a cane tucked under his arm. I watch as he approaches Dove. I see her casually step in front of the notes she has scattered on the desk. The man takes off his top hat and holds it against his hip. I feel like my heart jumps out of my chest when I see his eyes. I would. Just saying, I would. He's still a fine man, even though he killed me.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hello, Samson. Hello. Welcome in. Good evening. How are you? But yes, it is our normal story time. If the children need a sleeping, a bedtime story, I don't know if this is appropriate, but they can listen. I mean, it's not wildly inappropriate. It could be spookies. Dove resembles him a lot. They both have pale skin and inky black hair that spikes out like a lion's mane. What sets them apart, though, are their eyes. Dove's eyes are the blue of glaciers, while his eyes... It's said that animals that are brightly colored because of their toxicity are mostly active at night. Good, I'll visit to the hospital for a little check. Oh, visit to the hospital for a little check? Okay, as long as it's for a check and not a scare. I'm but a good checkups are good. I'm glad you're doing well. That seems fitting for this man because his eyes are the scarlet of a poisonous frog, A warning, outlined by the dark markings that cover the hollow of his eyes. I've seen markings like that before. Every witch has them. Oh yeah, there are witches in this, and demons. When he speaks, I almost yelp in surprise. Where is Hypatia? My nails curl. Yeah, the nurses was telling us someone gave birth in the elevator shit. I hope it was just a simple, like, it was just that easy of a birth that, like, it just happened in the elevator. Cause, boy. His voice. It was the one I had heard when I first arrived here. But more importantly, Hypatia. Who's that? Is there still someone I have yet to meet in this house of curiosities? I mean, I don't want to meet more people. It unsettles me to think so. Ooh, okay, since we haven't died, new CG. Around, I'm sure. My brows draw together. No hello? The man nods and turns to leave just as quickly as he came. Baby just wouldn't wait until they got to the right part of the hospital. Hey, some babies are very impatient. And honestly, some mothers really want that baby evicted out of the womb. I understand. It is a labor. That's why it's called labor. The man nods and turns to leave just as quickly as he came. But then he stops for a brief moment. He reaches into his coat and produces a small lantern with a glowing green flame. If I still die, motherfucker! Here is everything that was on your list. He places the lantern on Dove's desk with a light tap. His eyes briefly catch on Dove's notes, and I see her go stiff. You've been busy. It's nothing. Of course it is. The man steps away and makes his way to the door again. You should know better by now. He gives Dove one last glance. Why don't you find something better to do instead of wasting your time? Dove's eyes tweak, but her overall expression remains blank. I stare in disbelief as he leaves without another word. Once he's gone, Dove stands rooted to her spot. Her face is blank and her eyes are unfocused. My ears twitch and follow the new noises in the house. Footsteps fade to another section of the mansion. I can hear the sound of a door clicking to a close. Dove finally moves again and picks up the handle of the lantern. She looks down at me right as I meekly come out of my hiding spot. Oh my god, that was a hiding spot all along. I kind of knew it, but like, damn. Let's go. Quietly. When we get to the kitchen, Dove places a small lantern on the table. Then, she opens the glass and blows out the flame. Smoke begins to fill the room. What is the sound? It clouds the kitchen so quickly that I don't even have time to hold my breath. I expect a dry burn in my lungs, but instead, the smell of petrichor tickles my nose. When the smoke clears, boxes, bags, and crates have appeared out of nowhere all over the table and floor. Yo, that's neat! That's like a whole new bag of holding! I like it! I like it! Aesthetically pleased. My eyes widen in awe and my tail starts wagging excitedly. I start sniffing at boxes and peeking into bags while Dove starts digging through the crates. I sit and watch as she pulls out shiny new incandescent bulbs and sets them down on the kitchen table. She opens up everything before she starts sorting them. Out of one box, she pulls out a new dress and polished shoes. Ooh, what's the dress? Do we get an outfit change? Is she gonna look so cute? They're both pretty and frilly, but Dove gives them a sour look and shoves them back in their boxes before moving on to the next thing. Okay, not her fashion choice. Fine. I remember the witch had mentioned getting everything on a list, to which I assume was prepared by Dove. Is the new fashion not in her style? Or were they things she didn't ask for? I haven't seen Dove wear anything besides her sleepwear. Honestly, if I was living in my home all the time, I wouldn't change out a sleeper. Why would I? I'm comfy in pajamas. I'm wearing pajamas right now. She probably doesn't see the point in getting dressed, considering all her activities are forcefully indoor-based. And ooh, yo, that smile. Sometimes she scares me, but sometimes she's so cute. In another box, she lights up at the sight of new books. Oh, books! I get it, girl! I get it! She fans the pages and takes a deep inhale. Yo, you like the new book smell? Me too. Honestly, if I could capture new book smell in, like, a bottle, I would. Her face lights up with glee as she basks in the new book smell. Yes! Girl! Same! Oh my god, I love her. She gathers all of the food and sorts them into separate piles. One pile is for the cold cellar, the other for the pantry. She pulls something out of a paper bag and her mouth stretches into a big smile. She then looks down at me as I tilt my head in question. I'll treat you to something tasty today. Dove flashes a quick glance at the hallway, then crouches down. Follow me, and be light on your paws. Dove starts down the hallway, balancing on the balls of her feet with practiced ease. I feel uneasy about this new need to sneak around the house. I've been here long enough to the point where I'm almost used to the monsters that live here. But now I'm learning that these monsters have something to be wary of. Okay. When we enter the greenhouse, Dove stops at the entrance. Are we missing our buddy? I mean, I get it. I look back at her in confusion. Why are you confused? One of her buddies just passed away. I mean, sort of passed away. I mean, re-passed away? I mean, what do you moved on? I look back at her in confusion. Her eyes stare blankly. I can see her pupils move around the room in search of something. Her behavior sets me on edge. I turn around to see if there's someone, or something, here in the greenhouse beside us. There's no one. Nothing. She's sad, Basil! Dummy. I glance back at Dove. A line forms between her brows before she continues making her way in. She passes by me and silently heads for the violets. Once they're right in front of her, she bends down, reaching for them. Oop! I bark in surprise when she starts ripping them all out. Oh, she's angry! She doesn't know how to go with her emotions! It's okay, 7 stages of grief, it's okay! This is probably the last time I'll get to eat this. We should appreciate Babel's hard work, right? My ears go flat. I stare at the uprooted flowers that had obviously been raised with so much care. Everything here is most likely going to rot away. Dove doesn't seem very interested in plants. I can't really picture her spending every day here pulling out weeds, knowing how much water every plant needs, or even knowing what fertilizer is. I think she would much rather draw the same statue 1,000 times. It feels like such a shame. Once Dove has picked out all the violets, leaving the soil bare, he stands and gets ready to head back. Is she gonna eat the violets? Are violets edible? I try to memorize the site of the vibrant garden as much as I can, before I'm forced to catch up to Dove. Jesus Christ. Dove pauses awkwardly again when we enter the hallway. I freeze up. This time, I really think there's something dangerous up ahead. I cautiously peer around Dove's legs. Once again, there is nothing. I snap my head up to Dove. Up at Dove, Jesus Christ. Is she messing with me? Dove continues moving like nothing happened, and I slowly trail behind her. As we continue walking, we pass by a small window. I notice a familiar glass holding a small bundle of roses, its petals already dried up and flaking. My mouth goes dry. We arrive back in the kitchen. Dove starts gathering ingredients and ripping the violet petals from their stems. Meanwhile, a pot of water hanging over a fire in the hearth starts to bubble. When steam starts to rise from the pot, Dove places the petals in a stoneware pot and adds the boiling water. She places a cover over the pot to let the petals steep, then starts to organize and put away all the new supplies. Is she making tea? Can you... Okay, I just like to know if Violet's edible, she's making a potion. Because, like, if she's making a potion or a spell, I'm okay. I get it. But, like, are they actually edible? I feel like they're not edible, but I don't feel like they're bad for you. They're just, like... eh. I watch curiously from the floor. I've never eaten flowers before. Dove completes every step with practiced precision. By the time she's finished cleaning up, the violets are ready to be infused with the other ingredients. Is she making tea? I mean, if it's tea, then I get it. Dove keeps herself occupied by combining everything. Eventually, she pours the finished product into glass jars. Dove seals 4 jars of violet jelly to be stored away, leaving 1 jar that's only partially filled. I lick my lips and admire the pretty color the violets had made. She grabs a spoon and pops it in the jar, taking it with her as she makes her way to a small package wrapped in twine and paper sitting near the window. We're done here now. Dove sets the jar of violet jelly down on the window seat and unravels the package she had brought. A new quilt unfolds in her hands. Oh my god, blanket? Yes! She spreads it out on the floor near my water bowl. She settles into the window seat, and I wait a moment before I step onto the blanket. Honestly, if I could make my dream house, I would have my own reading nook by a big-ass window in a library or a study. I get it. She settles into the window seat, and I wait a moment before I step onto the blanket. I take a second to savor the softness under my paws before laying down comfortably. Dove scoops up some of the violet jelly and holds the spoon in front of my face. Here, I'll give you the first bite. I give the jelly a sniff, then test it with a small lick. Yo, just gobble it up, Basil! Commit! It has such a sweet and floral taste. I lick up the rest greedily. Dove takes the spoon back and stares at the jar of purple jelly. As the sky fades to an all-consuming darkness, I gaze at the sheet of stars one last time before I curl into a ball. Where is this accent coming from? Girl, what are you doing? I can hear the soft crackles coming from the candle that Dove lit earlier. The sound soothes me, and soon enough my eyelids start to feel heavy. I rest my head on my paws and curl my tail around me. Oh my god, so cute, puppy! I hear Dove's spoon scrape into the glass jar. Then the sound of someone sniffling. Dove's son! Oh, my poor sweet baby child! She's so sad! The morning air is cool against my face. My eyes close in appreciation, knowing I won't stick around as the day grows heavy with the midsummer heat. I shift awkwardly in the window seat as I watch the sun grow brighter. The wolf sleeps so soundly on the small blanket I had placed down for him. He would probably puff up if he knew he was sleeping with his belly exposed to me so comfortably. I feel my lips stretch into a small smile, then frown. It was so quiet that I couldn't sleep. Yo, I get it. When it's quiet, I can hear every little sound in the house. And that makes it easy for me to notice that something is missing. There's one less ghost to go bump in the night. She says that like it's a bad thing, which I get it, because it is like her best friend, or one of her best friends. But like, My ears are waiting for sounds that aren't there. My eyes are waiting for shapes that aren't there. Why is it that the ghost of a ghost has so much more presence? Something breaks me from my thoughts. I hear a slight cooing sound right next to me. I look down and see a small brown bird sitting on the sill of my open window. My mouth parts. Oh my god, look at this little blush, she's so cute! Oh my god, let her have her Snow White arc, yes! A mourning dove. It softly calls to me and hops on weightless feet. I lean forward and slowly reach my fingers out towards it, wondering if its feathers are as soft as they look. It flies away before I can touch it. I let out a soft gasp and the corners of my mouth fall once again. Oh my god, you sad sweet girl. I just want to give you a hug. I pull my hand back and lean my head against the wall. I let out a sigh as I watch the dove disappear into the sky. The sun has started to rise over the trees and its light hits the painted colors on my window. Like everything about this place, I have it memorized. The same clouds, the same shades of blue and pink, the same rays of light that pierce through the leaves, the same shadows. A foolish part of me keeps thinking the day will come where I will finally get to see a sky I've never seen before. Wood creaks. Only one person makes that sound. His day has begun. I search for a glimpse of the morning dove again. Instead of wings that fly around freely, all I see is a sky as it begins to bleed red. Honestly, that's one of my favorite colors of the sky, but okay. The brightness of the sun is smothered as the moon devours it and takes its place like a celestial doppelganger. Yo, that is like pretty well, like beautifully written. Thank you for the package, doc. Thank you. Oh, good stretch. Very good stretch. Also, we did not do a kettle today because it is warm today. It'll go back to rainy weather tomorrow, but it is warm today. Out of the corner of my eye, the rainbow lights that dappled my room have vanished. I close my eyes and rummage through the depths of my thoughts for somewhere to hide. Will today be a good day? Or a bad day? I hear the wolf snore and look down at him. I said I would help distract you, but it's been you who has been distracting me. Chapter 3, the moon. But that's so pretty! The sun is gone. I open my eyes, blinking in confusion. I've completely forgotten what had woken me up in the first place. I distinctly remember falling asleep to glittering stars and darkness, though I'm surprised to see the moon still so high in the sky. And red. So much red. Scarlet bleeds to every corner of the sky. The light from its atmosphere bounces off the floorboards of Dove's room, casting everything in an ominous glow. I thought we had gone to bed late. I must not have been sleeping long. I stare at the full moon outside. My heart is pumping like it knows something my brain doesn't. I must be on edge from lack of sleep. No, it's because the witchy dude's probably coming in. But I don't feel tired. I feel like the moon's face is looking right at me, waiting with a patient grin. Yo, that's ominous. I like the moon. The moon is my friend. Why do you gotta make the moon sound evil? Like it can't wait to witness my reaction when I figure out the answer to the riddle it's given me. I feel my fur grow stiff. I swallow. It's morning. But why on earth was the... I jump 6 feet into the air when someone bangs on the door to Dove's bedroom. Out of instinct, I rush under the desk beside Dove's bed. I remember it clearly now. It was that exact banging noise that pulled me from my sleep in the first place. Jesus Christ, Dove! My heart is calm. It is okay. I am okay. Dove suddenly appears before me and clamps a hand around my muzzle. I start to squeal, but she throws a finger in front of her mouth to silence me. The banging continues. I hear someone rattle the locked doorknob. Dove, open the door. Dove glances in the direction of the man calling for her. Just a moment, Oh, what? The witch is her dad? I mean, I get it, because if they look similar, but like, pardon me? Just a moment, Father. Dove's neutral answer is a stark contrast to my trembling form. Her gaze swings back to me, and before I know it, I'm being hauled off my feet. My immediate reaction is to thrash in Dove's arms. Is she about to offer me up to the witch? I try to whimper through the iron grip around my snoot, but she squeezes tighter. Shh! I freeze in her arms. My eyes are wide in full alert, and my chest expands rapidly from my frantic breathing. Dove offers no form of comfort. Instead, she spares me one last glance before she throws me into darkness. Oops, I'm sorry if you heard that. That was my jaw. I land on plush blankets with a small bounce and a slight yelp. I see a small glimpse of Dove staring down at me before she closes the gap between the thick curtains of her canopied bed and extinguishes all of the light. It's like I've suddenly been thrown into a pit. My ears twitch at every subtle noise. The scent of wilting lilacs floods my senses. It's as if Dove sleeps with decaying flowers in her pillowcase every night. My heavy breathing sounds so loud in the darkness. I try to tame it as best as I can, in fear that it can be heard beyond the curtains that shroud me. I hear Dove's feet drag along the wooden floor, then a creak. The heavy footsteps enter the room. For those of you who are not subscribed or have Twitch Turbo, there will be an ad in about 40 seconds. I think I will be continuing the story throughout it, but yeah. Jesus Christ, the thunder. My bones nearly jump out of my skin from the sound of lightning that breaks through the quiet. Wasn't it clear just a moment ago? I swallow hard. New noises start to appear out of nowhere. Wind howls outside so loud it's like ghosts humming in unison right outside the window, crying to be let in. Dove's bed curtains begin to ripple, revealing slivers of red light. I can't find Babel anywhere. My entire body tenses when footsteps land right in front of me. The curtains flicker again. Are you kidding me? I just survived! Then all I can see is him. You wouldn't happen to know where they are, would you? Dove's father stares down at her from the tip of his nose. His hands are crossed behind his back. Did you check the rooftop garden? Yes. The kitchen? Yes. Under the table, perhaps? Dove. Enough of your games. The witch closes his eyes and rubs the bridge of his nose. Find that bloody ghost, or I'll find a replacement. Is that a threat? Yes, Father. Damn! I mean, I'm seeing, okay, honestly, still would. Would I want Dove as an adopted daughter? I'm not against that. I'm okay with that. Also, hello for you that are not in Agile. How does it feel to be free to hear me going to this witch? Honestly, think about it. A witch and a vampire. Yo, unstoppable. And like, honestly, this seems like the witch that can like be immortal for a very long time. I'm in. I'm very much in. Like, and like, he has demons in the palm of his hand, or he has a good relationship with demons in the palm of his hand. I'm very much here for it. Would he kill me in the snap of his fingers? 100%, but still would. Also, hello, welcome back, Agile Birdies. You did not miss anything. Don't worry, I'm perfectly normal. Shh, don't judge. I said I'm normal. They don't know. When he opens his eyes again, I see his eyes catch on to something I can't see. The tension in the room suddenly rises. Wait. The blanket on the floor. Fear begins to crawl its way up my throat, threatening to spill out in a cry. The witch's eyes drag upwards to Dove, then to the walls. He begins to search around the room. Come on, I just came alive. If I die again. God. I stop breathing. The sound of the storm becomes muffled for a moment, amplifying the sound of every creak and heartbeat inside the house. I feel like there's only 3 heartbeats right now, but okay. A noise in the darkness of Dove's bed makes me go completely still. It sounds like wood knocking together. And by the looks of it, I'm not the only one that's heard it. Sir! The witch stares directly into the dark between the curtains. My urgency to stay hidden isn't shared, it seems. Red eyes peer right at me. Every beat of my heart feels like an eternity passing by. Then he looks away. I think it's fair to consider myself the biggest fool of all time, considering where I've landed myself, but I'm not foolish enough to let out a breath of relief just yet. Right. Just one more thing. The witch reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small black pouch with dots of silver on it. I asked a sister to craft a small gift for you. Is it a gift that I want? Is it a gift that I like? Do I like this man again, or do I still fear him? Or do I like him because I fear him? I do not know. I see him place the pouch in Dove's tiny hand. Then I hear the clinking of delicate metal. Thank you. The witch nods, then turns and makes his way out, finally disappearing from my view. Now go find Babel for me. I have much to do. Jesus. Dove's door slams closed. Whatever hides with me rattles again from the vibrations of the door, and I take that as my cue to launch myself out from the canopy. I tumble out from the dark curtains and slam right into a pile of books, sending me into a dizzying heap on the floor. Once the ache in my body wanes, I shake my head to get my bearings back. Dove's room was already a mess, but now it looks like a hurricane has swept through it. Stacks of books have been shoved around and knocked over. The furniture has been pulled away from the walls and left askew. Loose sheets of paper cover huge sections of the floor, leaving little paths. What was that? What is it? Leaving little paths of clear floorboard left to walk on. How on earth did I sleep while she made this mess? I finally look for Dove and find her standing by the window. Rain beats violently against the glass panes. The storm outside rages in full force, and the temperature in the manor has dropped significantly since yesterday. Dove holds something up close to her face that reflects the bright white of the lightning outside. A bracelet. Oh, did she actually get gifted a gift? Like a normal gift? Or is it like a trap? Is it a charm? Is it a curse? I have so many thoughts. Well, honestly, here for it. Tiny charms hang from the thin silver chain. Honestly, I love a charm bracelet. A pretty cute, dainty charm bracelet. I love it. I'm in. I love this for her, and I love it for myself. Hehe. Tiny charms hang from the thin silver chain. A rose, a sun, a moon, and a heart. Oh my god, if it's an anatomically correct heart, give me this bracelet. This is the bracelet for me. If it's like a very like tarot medieval or like Middle English medieval style sun and a heart, sun and a moon, I want it. Give me. Aesthetically, in. If it's all in silver, also very much in. If it's silver and rubies, also in. Silver and sapphires, also in. Silver and onyxes, also in. Or obsidian, very in. Or is it my birthstone, aquamarine, also in. I'm a sucker for pretty jewelry. A rose, a sun, a moon, and a heart. Dove seems completely enamored by it in a way I've never seen before. Oh, look at her. She appreciates the gift from her father. Pretty. Yo, girl, same. My brain also was like, pretty. I stared, captured by the sight of her. Warmth colors her pale cheeks, and a new brightness softens her eyes. My heart tightens. I've forgotten. Or maybe I keep refusing to acknowledge it because I've had to rely on her confidence for so much. But Dove is just a child. Just like me. He's unsettling and abrasive. Yet when I see her like this, or when I see her get excited over something, I want to look at her up close. Maybe to see whether I'm hallucinating or not. Or maybe because Dove burns like a star. Oh my god, this is so sweet! The adoration that Basil now has for Dove, despite being initially scared of her. I love this! Oh, my heart. Her face glows a blinding light, and her hair is the dark expanse that cradles it. Before Dove, I've only ever known stars far from within my reach. Hello, Dagger. Hello, hello. Greetings. Good evening. Good time zones. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just reading a gothic horror visual novel. So if it's near bedtime for you, this is 100% a perfect sleep aid, story time, lullaby, whichever. Not lullaby. There's no singing. But if it's during the day for you, I'm a great background noise. But welcome in. Welcome in. I'm liking the art from what I'm seeing so far. Yeah, so, what you call it? DICENTRA is written, coded, and illustrated all by one person. Their name is Safine. I don't think I have their information right now. But, like, it's all done by one person. The soundtrack is also done by someone else, and the sound effects are done by someone else. But essentially, everything that we're seeing is done by one person. This game, and I think their other visual novels are up. I don't know if they're all free, but they're all available on itch.io. This one, I think, is their first one, or their second one, but there's like 8 different endings, 6 bad, 1 true, and 1 good ending, and we've already gotten a bad ending last week. But yeah. It's crazy what one person can accomplish these days, right? As much as, like, I dislike people, except for the fact that I need them to survive, or need them as a blood bag, there are the rare few people that are just, like, fully astonishing and wondrous in their, like, accomplishments. And I know, like, a lot of people in this chat think some of their accomplishments aren't much to be proud of or anything, but no, you all should be proud of how far you made it and what you guys do. And, like, as long as you're putting your best foot forward a lot of the time, it's what you gotta do. And it's just, honestly, surviving this time and age, oh, it's very much, like, something to be proud of. Also, I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. I thought my allergies were over. They are not over. They've just shifted. But yeah, if you enjoy the visual novels, feel free to download it, play it for yourself. Safine also has a webpage which shares their portfolio, and they have a bunch of crazy good art. So just take a peruse. And also, if you enjoy it or you just want to support them, just throw in a dono on the itch page. I might have to. It has been a bit since I played a visual novel. Yeah, it's not super long. It's like, I mean, it's not terribly short, but it's not super long. And also, free? I'm sorry, it's free. There's nothing to stop you from getting it other than the fact that you might not enjoy it. But if you enjoy it and you want to support the creator, just throw in a donation of like $1 or $2, whatever you feel comfortable giving, but also make sure you are comfortable to give that much if you are going to donate, because we understand times are tough. This economy sucks, and the social climate also sucks. Yeah, I got this game like ages back, and I was supposed to play it last year for Halloween, but mental health happened. But yeah. If you can't find it on the itch page, just do the ! Discord. I have the page in one of the channels on my Discord. Yeah, but honestly, a Google search you can find it. Dove moves away from the window to the desk beside her bed. I know how that is. Worst time for mental health to happen too if you want to enjoy some spooky games. Right? Honestly. Like, I don't know. I know you're new here, Dagger, so it's okay. But I'm very open about it. Mental health took a decline near the end of last year. Not a new decline. I mean, not a new decline. Like, it just declined again. And I have been on the mend, and like May, I believe, is the first time fully back to scheduling, because of the fact that I was just like, my soft goal was like, in May I'm going to start doing a schedule and I'm going to try to stick to it after like a couple months of Guardia streams, and here we are. We're doing pretty okay. Again, one of the rules, if you didn't take, what you should have taken a time to gander at the rules, one of the rules, one of the most important rules, all rules are important, is rule number 8, which is a self-care. We're always here. The most important thing is taking care of yourself, because at the end of the day, you got to take care of yourself, and then you can take care of others and all those around you. I'm glad you're on, man. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, self-care time. Thank you for the care package, doc. Thank you. I mean, good stretch. Oh my god, the stretches are so good today. Good job, me. But yeah. Self-care comes in all the ways of small things like hydration, eating right, taking like small walks, enjoying the nature, taking the moment break from doing whatever you have to do, and just taking a pause to breathe, even if it's only like 5 to 15 minutes. It's all important. It's all forms of healthcare. So one of the rules here is we are very like pushy of is self-care. If you need to go to sleep, you go to sleep. If you don't want to be here because you're uncomfortable by the content of which I'm playing, you don't gotta be here. And honestly, we all have different opinions, but we all are respectful, which is also a form of self-care because we avoid stress. But yes, it is the rules of self-care. That's why we do a lot of cozy times. This is why currently I'm under a blanket, even though it's like 20 degrees internally and I have like a glass of cold water. I'm under a blanket. I'm very comfortable. I'm glad to catch a stream and be here. Been enjoying catching TTRPGs with you in Discord. Yeah. I mean, if you like, I'm gonna do a shameless plug here. It's not even that bad of a shameless plug. We have quite a few TTRPG enjoyers in the coterie, in the Discord. It can go under general or gamers gaming, whichever, if you want to discuss things or memes or just like small little chats. It's very open. There are a couple projects I have that my content doesn't actually like stream me GMing or playing TTRPGs, just because it's a lot of prep that I do not have bandwidth for. But it is a known thing. But I do have a project that is TTRPG adjacent related that I am coming up to announcing a couple things with. A couple people, i.e. one person, knows what I'm talking about, and then a couple other people know the other things I'm talking about, but it's been a while since I talked about it, so it might have been forgotten. But yeah, a lot of pressure to like to stream it too, like when you are streaming it. Yeah, I agree. I think that's kind of why, like, I also, okay, this is a break from the DICENTRA, so sorry people who came here for story time. I always treat TTRPGs as escapism, even if you are still doing like a character that's a lot of yourself or like a lot of what you want to be in yourself. Being able to like do whatever, be whatever in a safe place of TTRPG is very much like, I think it's I would say, okay, I will go as far as to say it is a core principle for me when it comes to playing tabletop role-playing games. So by making it off stream, I let people kind of go unhinged if they want to. And if people, obviously boundaries are crossed, there is space for me to be like immediately able to be like, hey, that ain't cool, buddy. And to like have them dial it back. And like, yeah, people don't have the, like players and GM don't have the expectation to please an audience and just be entertaining for themselves and like enjoyable with their group. That's the only expectation I want for, so that's kind of why I keep it off stream. I treat it the same way, especially since it's one of the few places where my shyness doesn't cripple me. Yeah, see, you get it. I'm glad, like, yeah, that's kind of why I keep it off stream. And I'm like, for those people that stream it, good for you. Honestly, it's a skill that I can never do. It's a talent I will never have, and it's a confidence that I definitely won't have as a GM or a player. Well, actually, maybe as a player, but like as a GM could never do. So like, kudos to you. So, yeah, I mean, to each their own. As long as you're comfortable, that's all it is. But yeah, I like to keep it as escapism, so it's always, that is what it is first and foremost for me. Vampire makes a vampire character my game. Escapism. Look! It is escapism because that vampire character is like frozen in age. I mean, I'm kind of frozen in age, but it's like frozen in age and like it's in a different setting. It's not in the world that we're currently in. Look, don't hate on me, bro. My guy, my dude. Why you gotta do this to me? Look. Fuck. I forgot I had the copium tank. Okay. It's escapism because, okay, I also keep saying the setting is Canada, so like it really is not escapism. You know what? It's escapism in the way that my actions will have consequences that won't physically harm me or financially harm me. And if it's financially harming me in the game and physically harming me in the game, I'm okay with that. Because there's ways of healing that are magical, that aren't going to the doctor, where it may or may not work. I don't know. Look, I'm here for hoodoo trying to heal me, okay? At least in Vampire the Masquerade, you will never have to justify it. It would be more weird to not make a vampire. See, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, in Vampire the Masquerade, last time I only got to play it as a player once. What was I forgot what? Oh, I forgot what clan I made my vampire. Honestly, it was also just like, you know, fuck. I don't know, I made it such a non-departure from myself because I'm like, I don't want to be so like underground. I don't want to be super bougie and have to be so aristocratic. Like, I want to be like grungy on the ground, but also like I tried to avoid the punk. I just wanted to be like the normalest middle of the class you could get with a vampire. My first experience with it is likely to be me as the storyteller. I mean, not unless I beat you first. But honestly, you might beat me to it, and that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy Vampire the Masquerade, so yeah. I do also, like, speaking of Vampire the Masquerade, there are a few visual novels of it on PC, which is part of the story time eventually, when I'm just like, I gotta fully lean into being a vampire on this, but not yet. I do have one shot prepared and some friends that want to experience it. Yeah. I mean, when you feel comfortable to do it and run it and like confident enough that you understand enough as a storyteller, go for it, bud. I mean, we all start there. All GMs start there. You start knowing nothing, you just gotta go full on in. But yeah, I support it. It's also like, if the group of friends you're with are very much into role-playing, it is one of the best settings to just fully roleplay and with not a lot of roles and just to weave story by being your character. like that's it's the setting made for it. It's so good. Bella's got really badly sunburned the other day. Oh, this is a good part. With her being so near the pregnancy, I called her a little tomato and she got mad at me, as she should. Thank you for the posture check, Nuka. Thank you. I mainly just need to review the rules again. I'm very excited for it though, and I think it's going to be fun being that inner voice of thirst for people at times. Oh yes, being fully evil. Or not evil, just like tempting. Yes, do it. Hello, Ilya. Hello. Good evening. Hello. That's how I learned to DM. I got thrust into it and winged it. That ended with some minor explosions in a Call of Cthulhu game though. Damn, you got explosion. I mean, that's fair. But that's honestly what you gotta do. And then you learn to like... That's kind of how you learn what rules you like and what rules you want to bend, what rules you want to homebrew, and like all that stuff. Or like what things are not like hitting you well or doing it well for you and your players. Like, I think, not in all systems, I think I only have like a couple of systems in which I'm just like, gotta have a homebrew rule here or there. It's not a lot, just a couple, just to be like, I want the impact of players to fully enjoy the weight of these rules. They blew up an apartment building, never giving them dynamite again. Honestly, anyone can explode anything in like Call of Cthulhu. There's a lot of things because everything's questionable. You're just like, this shouldn't be real. Hello, Bellas. Hello. Good evening. I hope you're not super sunburned. Put on the aloe vera and like hydrate a lot, please, just in case you might be a little dehydrated still. He's so mean to me. I can tell. You have permission to smack him. Not the way that he likes it though. Or throw a tomato at him. That also works. I've been consuming content partially for Call of Cthulhu prep. Been reading Lovecraft stuff along with playing The Sinking City. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's another Cthulhu game that I want to play. It's just I don't think my potato can run it yet. I'll smother him in his sleep instead. That also work. But make sure not to leave evidence, Bellas. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I am not encouraging terrible jailable, imprisonable behavior. I'm just saying. You only go to prison if you get caught. Again, jokes. Anyways. I think you'd be like Delta Green. Pretty sure I've recommended it to you before. 100% you have. And I'm pretty sure it's pinned somewhere. If not, it's on like a list of like TTRPGs that I could buy when I have money. When I have good disposable income is when I'm gonna get it. The Sinking City has been pulling me in so much. The gameplay is nothing amazing, but the story is really grabbing me. Oh yeah, speaking of shameless plug of like Lovecraft tour. Hey, the Patreon. There is the call. I read the Call of Cthulhu in one reading. I think it's like a 90-minute audio piece. Feel free. It's also available for one-time purchase if you don't want to be a wine drinker on the Patreon. I think it's for the same price as a monthly subscription, but you can keep it forever. Now that's content. My Patreon. I know. And I'm like trying to get another Dracula chapter out for y'all. So yeah, that is the one I'm currently reading. Yeah. The Call of Cthulhu. I mean, I went hard for Call of Cthulhu. I had to fucking learn how to speak the Eldritch. And that was hard. And just yoink one of the Lovecraft stories or entities and make campaigns from it. Yeah, as you should. Honestly, there's also like, I don't know, if you don't like modules, Lovecraft is actually pretty easy. As long as you do investigative, you're good. She won't, but I will. Be gay, do crimes. Nuka! I mean, I'm here for it. Look, for also legal reasons, this is a joke for you. You don't need to go to be imprisoned. Your words will not be held accountable against you here. They shouldn't be. I know I've Googled a name or two just to discover that people aren't fully sure of some of them. Of like the Eldritch Horror, the pronunciation. The pronunciation is hard. Sometimes you just gotta pick a route you want to go down for etymology and pronunciation and linguistic reasons, and you just gotta stick to it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I just like went down a more Western European route to it and just stuck with it. Like, That was it. Like closer to like old German, like is what kind old German and old English is what I stuck to. Especially Quelle. Yeah. With the Quelle, it's also depends on what kind of accent you want to give it. So like, yeah. I plan on running Masca near Lanthertep. Oh my god, go for it. I have that. No, I also just don't have the mental capacity to do a long form campaign. So like, that's just what it's sitting. Yeah. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna go back to this because we're gonna do a chapter tonight. I just want to finish the chapter tonight. But yeah, I'm also just like, feel free to join the Discord if you don't want to know the link anymore, or if you don't want to scroll up for the link anymore. Just go !Discord. You get the link to it. Honestly, love it. Now Addy being distracted. Look, we know how easily distracted I am. I have problems, but we come here for this. I am a yapper. Like, this is what, oh my god, we come at the yapping. The yappening. Ah! Hello, Taco. Hello. Thank you for the raid. Can you do the dog? Can you do the thingy, please? How are you doing, Taco? Hello, raiders. Hello. Welcome in. I hope the raid was good. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Addy. I am your comfort cozy vampire. We are currently reading a gothic horror visual novel / yapping about a bunch of bullshit like usual. Yappy Chan over here. Abso-fucking-lutely. But thank you for the raid, Taco. As usual, if you need to raid and dash, always. Also to the raiders, if you need to raid and dash, also okay. Go hydrate, go stretch. If it's late, go sleep. Do not feel bad. If it's early, go do what you gotta do. And if it's early and you're busy or whatever other reason, if you just don't want to be here, feel free to go. It's okay. Rain is very mushy. Hydrate, stretch, raid and dash or lurk, whatever you want to do. Taco, go to bed. It's late. But I missed you too, the little chaos. But I'm glad to see we're both coming back to streaming and committing and enjoying it for what it is. But yeah, don't shh me. I would shush you. But yes, go back to it. Go relax. Take care of yourself. Remember the rules. Even though it's been a while, you don't forget the rules here. Relax. And the yapping helps me sleep. See, as long as we're not playing a horror game, like me, yapping is a thing. I know, have fun. Thank you. And I hope you had a good stream. Relax, chill. Have a good night, Taco. Night. Be cozy. But yeah. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord. Do what you do. Like, I love TTRPGs. Slight spoiler. I told Mod about this. We have look forward during summertime for me doing one TTRPG somehow, but it's most likely going to be on the Patreon, and there might be a new tier for it. But yeah, stand by. I don't know how I want to go about it yet, but there will be TTRPG project 2 TTRPG related projects coming up, hopefully in the summer, or at least started in the summer. Yeah. But anyways, game, finish a chapter. This is the goal. Y'all, stop. Dove moves away from the window to the desk beside her bed. She sets the black pouch down, then places the bracelet on it like a display. I still want the bracelet. You've got this. I just need time. My problem is even my coworkers were just like, how do you have time to do everything? And I'm just like, I don't know. I also sleep a lot. Like every good vampire shit. I don't know what happens in my life, but somehow I make time. She sets the black pouch down, then places the bracelet on it like a display. She seems to like it a lot. Does she not want to wear it? Honestly, me, sometimes when I have stuff that I really like, I don't want to use it to preserve its beauty, but then I'm just like, what's the point of having it if I'm not using it? But then I'm like, what if I break it? Because I'm a little bit klutzy. Look, I understand. Her attention has already moved on from him, however. Now, what to do? Dove twirls around and faces me with her hands on her hips. There's no Babel to find. I perk up and my ears stand up straight. Me with my collectibles before having kids. See? I mean, I hope the kids don't get to your collectibles, that you just have to like figure out a way to keep them in like decent shape, even if they're out of the boxes. But like, see, I mean, the more money you spend, the more durable something should be. I keep the expensive fragile stuff out of reach, right? And then the expensive stuff is just like durable. Yes. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta yeah, okay, good. We have the same thoughts. Sometimes you gotta spend like that $200 on that vacuum that you can just thrash around, that like if like some kid hops on like the body of it, the Hoover part of it, you're good. And you know that hose that'll durable as it bends and turns and gets caught in things? Yes. And the cord that holds through? Mm-hmm. It's worth that money. Me looking at my Dyson. Honestly, Dyson's a little overpriced. But like some Dyson products are actually worth their $1. I'm not gonna lie. But there are other ghosts to find. Also, you know you're an adult when you appreciate good, well priced but like slightly high ticketed like durable items. Honestly, when there was a warehouse sale for this knife set for this kitchen brand, I'm just like, yo, I need at least a 7-piece knife block set, and I was so happy to get it for like $100, and I was just like, this is a fucking steal. My fancy rice cooker I invested in. There is a rice cooker that I want. That is like, they have like, it's the same brand and there's no way to differentiate between the Chinese and the Korean and the Japanese version of it, except for you have to be lucky for if you're ordering it online, that you're lucky that you're getting the one that you want. Because I want the specific Japanese version because there is one function, there's not a function on it. I don't know, there's something slightly different. I remember you being on no rice cooker high horse not long ago. I'm not on a high horse about it. It's just, the one I want is like $300 and something or like $400 something, can't remember. And like, I have to get the Japanese version and I don't want the Chinese or the Korean version because it doesn't have the right songs. It has all the functions I need, but I want the one that actually sounds good and the one that has like the sound that doesn't break down as fast. And I think one of the parts of the rice cooker is slightly different material or quality of material in the Japanese one that is more durable. Anyways, I want the Japanese one specifically. And there's no way to find out except for you have to be lucky. And I only don't buy a rice cooker because I'd rather wait to save my money and spend like a couple hundreds for this one that I want instead of spending like $100 something for a rice cooker when I have a perfectly good pot and stove. And I know how to make rice on a pot and a stove. So like, I will save my money. That is the high horse that I'm on. I'm not going to spend my money for a cheapy rice cooker. Even though I could and it'll get the job done, I'm not going to spend my money for it. I have a pot. I have a stove. I know how to do it. I'm going to do it. That is my high horse. But if someone were to give me the exact fucking rice cooker that I want, I'll be so happy. But I also just have like very limited space for appliances that I'm not going to use all the time. So that's kind of why I'm particular. Like, I'd rather spend my money on like the knife block set, on like a new pot and pans, and like other kitchen utensils before a rice cooker. That's it. The rice cooker I went for was from a little local owned Japanese store. I figured if any place is going to carry a reliable rice cooker, it would be them. Honestly, any East Asian place is going to have a reliable rice cooker or give you the cheapy ones that are knockoffs, but also still pretty good because it does the fucking job. Honestly, like, I remember at one point in my life, there was the same rice cooker for about like 15 years, and the only reason we got rid of it was because there were less people in the house. That was it. There was less people in the house. We weren't making nearly as much rice as frequently all the time, so we downgraded to a smaller, I think it went from like 4-liter holder to about like a 2-liter holder, and we were fine. And then we had one that was like super tiny, like personal size, and I was like, yeah, look, you just gotta downsize sometimes. But I like my rice cookers if I have one, but honestly, I'm fine without it. I'm not on a high horse. Once Dove gives the clear for us to move out of her room, the first thing I notice is how different the house has become once again. Like when I first arrived, it's cold and threatening. All of Dove's efforts to make the mansion more homely seem to have been undone, as though it were nothing but an illusion spell. Dust cakes the floor, spiders crawl on webs in dark corners, and the windows cast red patches of light that do little to brighten its surroundings. I lead the way on cautious paws, vaguely remembering the way to the study. Oh, this is just a study. I mean, I like it. When we finally get there, I realize there's a problem. Are the other memorabilia of the other ghosts gone? Is the box missing? How do we save the other ghosts? How? Fancy study? Yeah. It's a fancy study with like a witch's cauldron, a witch's altar, and there's like a bunch of like weird knickknacks of like experiments that like Dove has been doing to like experimenting on and creating spells and shit. It's great. I'd spend my days in there reading, right? I mean, there's no desk to or like couch to properly read on, but like if I was to be here and for doing like witchy research, I would never leave this place. Even if it's not witchy research, I would still never leave this place. I also like the low-hanging lantern, the small amount of like very specified centered light. I'm in. Just bring in a beanbag chair or something. No, we gotta have ergonomics. Proper chair. Take care of our bodies. Self-care. Ergonomics. Honestly, even a stool will work. Ooh, what are those like hybrid standing stool kind of things? Those would be interesting here. For those of you that are not subscribed or have Twitch Turbo, there will be an ad in about 40 seconds. Probably will be yapping. Let's be real. Yeah. But those chairs are so expensive. Yeah, but they're worth it. They're supposed to be lasting for like a few years. It's like, it's an investment. It's an investment in your body, in your self-care, in your durability, and in comfort. Spend it. I mean, there's also like there's also like decent ergonomic chairs for about like 100 something, 200. So it's not like you have to break the bank for one. Some of the ones that are like top notch, you do gotta break the bank, but you don't gotta get those. It's fine. You don't need like top. You need decent. That's all it is. Yeah, but beanbags are just so bad. I mean, honestly, taking a nap in a beanbag chair, I would. Because you just like plop and like just like lounge. But I wouldn't want to actually like do any like long-term reading or being in it for longer than like 30 minutes, let's say. Because I would like be so stiff and creak to get out of it. I would also struggle to get out of a beanbag chair, to be honest. Everything's a struggle. Ooh, excuse me. But, when we finally get there, I realize there's a problem. The study is now occupied. Oh no, is the father there? Is father there? Hello, is daddy here? Ah, he's here! Oh, hello, the ad has started. Welcome, non-jailbirdies. How's it feel to be free and looking at a fine witchy man? I just actually genuinely like him. I fear him. I genuinely fear him, but I'm here for it. Oh, but it's okay. We're fine. We're normal. We're completely normal. Okay, I think though, whenever I do reach the end of this chapter, even though we kind of just started it pretty late into this, hopefully we get there soonish. Or not soonish, in like a normal amount of time. We will end stream there and save the next chapter for next week. And thankfully, I haven't run into a bad ending yet. I have stuck true to the title, the stream title, because I'm impressed I have not reached another bad ending. Although I don't know when the next opportunity for a bad ending is. Because we keep bumping into him and somehow we're alive, but yeah. Now you have jinxed it. Shh, no I haven't. Stop it. Welcome back, jailbirdies. But no, I haven't jinxed it. We're gonna, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I hit a bad ending next stream. But right now, we're doing good. I peek through a crack in the door, and the witch busies himself with grinding herbs in a mortar. To his side, I see a floating quill pen moving on its own, jotting down notes he mutters under his breath while he twists the pestle. Honestly, I need a quill or a pen that jots down notes as I talk, please. Just a dictation pen. I look under the desks he works at and spot the chest with the ghost remains peering out of the shadows. What's he fucking doing? No! 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 We're trying to free them! The ghost deserves to move on. The day after Babel left, Dove had returned to the study to put the chest back in its place. I didn't anticipate sharing this with space with its owner so soon, so the thought of taking the chest didn't cross my mind. Dove hovers above me and takes a glimpse inside as well. Her expression turns green with shock. My poor sweet angel! She's a demon angel, but I love her. Wait, you're not thinking of getting the rest of the ghost's belongings, are you? I nod eagerly. Her eyes grow wide. Was Babel not enough? I blink. What's wrong now? My brows pinch together. I shake my head and hear Dove's breath hitch. I look back to the chest. We can't just stop at one. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Dove take a step back and twist my head to look at her again. Her hands clutch around the skirt of her nightgown. She looks at me, conflicted. Not knowing how else to convince her, I slowly walk towards her. Dove stiffens as I approach her. I pause right before her and she looks down at me in anticipation. I blink at her, then I brush my body against her legs. Oh my god, you sweet puppy! I also love you! Dove gasps above me. I push against her and curl my tail around her ankles. Dove stands as still as a statue as I run my fur around her legs, causing her to stumble slightly from the force she didn't expect me to use. After I finish circling her, I look up at her with bright eyes in hopes that this time I can get her to put her faith in me. Dove peers down at me with a blush on her cheeks before closing her eyes and taking a deep breath. He then pushes past me and enters the study. Yo, brave girl! Go against your father. Let's go. Rebellious age! Father, water is dripping from the ceiling of the library. What? Hells, did the books get wet? Hurried footsteps make their way to the door and I quickly scurry into the shadows to hide. The witch stomps out of the study with Dove hot on his heels. Yo, she knew what to do. You know what? That's a daughter. Because I was and is just as bad. You know how to rile them up really well. It's great. Youngest child syndrome. That's me. She casts a quick glance at where I skulk before they both disappear down the hall. I waste no time running into the study. Now it's my turn. I'm breathing hard when I make my way back into Dove's bedroom. The second I shut the door with my back paw, I spit out the ghost's belongings from my mouth and wipe my tongue on the fur of my arm. I look at the pouch, bundle of hair and bone on the floor. Oh gods, I hope that wasn't disrespectful. I twist my head to search around the room. Dove hasn't returned yet. Should I try to look for her? Or should I just burn these in one go? A knot forms in the pit of my stomach at the thought, oh my god, I have to make a choice, fuck! No, Dove needs to be the one that does it. Feeling resolved, I pick up the artifacts with my teeth again and look around for somewhere to hide them. My eyes land on my quilt on the floor and I pad over to it. I dig my nose under a corner to flip it over, then gently place the objects flat on the ground before I flip the corner back over them. That's inconspicuous enough for now, I suppose. Hopefully by now the witch has returned to his study and will remain there busy with whatever he was doing, so I can go find one of the ghosts. We gotta find a buddy! I gravely underestimated how easy it would be to find the other ghosts. Babel, like the hallway ghosts, seemed to have some semblance of a pattern. But the rest? Well, considering how little I know about them, they are proving to be much more difficult to pin down. I feel like I should have these nonsense hallways memorized by now, but I still find myself getting dizzy from walking through them in circles. I let out a huff in frustration as I quietly survey a hall from around a corner, only to find nothing once more. Jesus Christ! Sound effects! Stupid ghost. A voice yells from down the hall and my heart all but leaps out of my chest. You must really like the feeling of falling. Do I have to send you flying again for you to learn how to stay out of my way? I don't recognize the voice, but the sound of dragging that follows it is awfully familiar. Grell! I quickly spin around and... Well now, who might you be? The air in my lungs feel like it's been punched out of me. Yo? Oh no, this seems evil. I don't like it. Is this a fucking annoying ass kid? Oh my god, does Dove have an older brother? Is she really the youngest child and that's how she knows how to make trouble, but she's also well behaved and also it's easy to be not minded? Oh my god. I'm just theorizing out loud, I swear. A figure stands before me and looks down at me like a cat that enjoys playing with its food before it eats it. His eyes are wide and his smug grin is feral. Does Dove have a brother? See? Same thoughts! I'm glad we're on the same track, Basil. Let's go! Oh, maybe. Because this boy looks just like her. The only difference is a smudge of dark markings around his blood-red eyes. Wait, do their eyes turn red when they go into the evil witch and they make a pact with a demon or they make a bond with a demon? And is that why Dove's eyes are still blue? Because she hasn't made a pact with a demon? She's not fully fledged into her witch powers yet? Oh. It can't be. There's another witch here? You're not like the other pets that she's tried to keep. The boy circles around my petrified form like a predator. Down the hall, I catch sight of Grell disappearing around a corner. I let out an eternal cry, seeing the opportunity to catch it slip away from me. The child steps in front of me once again, blocking the way. I don't think he's a child. I think he's either like a tween or a teen. Mostly a teen, a moody teen, an emo moody teen. I'm not a fan of intruders. He glances behind me. But fortunately for you, she is of a different opinion. My ears perk up at the sound of feet slapping on wood. A white gown takes over my vision as Dove skids to a stop in front of me. Her wild hair flutters like delicate feathers with the heavy breaths she makes. What are you doing? The boy grins and crosses his arms behind his back. Oh my god, I can read. Oh, nothing. I was just... The boy's eyes cut to me hiding behind Dove's skirt. His gaze is sharp like a knife. Saying hello. Dove's hands curl into fist. Oh my god, I love her. She's precious. Just hello. Thank you for the hydrate, Doc. Thank you. The child chuckles. Well, it's far too early to say goodbye, isn't it? It seems we've lured in something quite interesting this time. I swallow. We? And the blood caps seem to be blooming well from the last one. So I have no need for this one. He narrows his eyes at me. Yet. I can see Dove go rigid. The boy bends at the waist to see me better, but she steps in front of me to block his view. My. So protective of your new little pet, aren't you? He leans back again and retreats a step. Very well, he's a special one, I suppose. The glint in his eye makes me feel completely exposed. I can't wait to see how long this one lasts. Dove seems to take that as a sign to hightail it away from this boy as she sweeps me off the ground and crushes me against her chest. Oh my god! Dove just needs a hug! Dove needs a hug and a buddy. Stay away from him. As Dove carries me away, I keep eye contact with the boy, who maintains a sly smirk and watches the distance grow between us. No need to tell me twice. Just before we round a corner, I see the boy suddenly stumble forward and break into a violent cough. Dove's pace falters for a moment, but she manages to speed up to get us away faster. Is he dying? Is he sick? Is he ill? Is he unwell? Dove has not spoken another word to me since we ran away from the boy in the hallway. Logically, that makes sense. I'm not human after all. But that hasn't really stopped her from doing it anyways. I still have yet to wrap my mind over the encounter with someone new. Someone who was a witch. I think some of Dove's stress is rubbing off on me. Dove has always been the most composed between us, so to see her acting so antsy has me incredibly on edge. Anything that worries her worries me even more. Dove sits where I now expect her to be most of the time, on the floor. I guess it shouldn't be surprising that the little side table she had previously repaired has fallen apart once again. Her solution to get it standing again is to slather it with thick globs of glue and wrap even more twine around it. This plan is not working as well as it did the first time. I can see Dove lose her patience with every new wrap around the broken wood with twine. I count every new impatient twirl Dove makes with the twine. 21, 22, 23. Oh, the twine ran out. Dove stares at the empty roll with a stunned expression. I feel anxious looking at her. Did she think it would go on forever? I think it was calming her down, and honestly, I get it. I would be freaking out too. Yo, she's on the verge of it. I don't want her. No, Dove, no panic attack. No, my sweet angel. My sweet demon angel. A shadow falls over her face. I brace myself. What if she is like the most powerful witch in the family and they've been like suppressing her this whole time by like being assholes, and that's what's keeping her in the house, or like something, I don't know. I'm pretty sure she's cursed. I brace myself. Dove shoots to her feet with a table in her hands and smashes it to pieces on the floor. Yo, she's got some strength. You'll fight. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. I narrowly avoid the splinters of wood flying towards me. Dove stands up, panting and staring at the mess she's created. That stupid old... The broken leg of the side table hangs loosely in her hand, but not for long. Why must I always have to fix everything by myself? Her fingers wrap around it tightly, then without warning she throws it all with her might at the wall covered in mirrors. I wince and my ears flatten at the sound of glass shattering. And screeching. Dove's hands flies to her ears to smother the screams that come from the broken mirrors. She pinches her eyes together before opening them to throw a smoldering glare at the reflective shards. Quiet! I've never seen Dove lose her temper like this. Somehow, I can almost completely ignore whatever on earth had created that screaming, which had quickly died down after Dove's scolding, in favor of watching her pace a circle into the floor. The more time I spend with Dove, the more she gifts me with a side of her I've never seen before. At this point, I could fill a room of portraits displaying all of her complexities. Dove terrifies me so much. But at some point, the fear I felt for her changed from the kind that makes me want to run for the hills, to the kind that makes me want to stay and see what happens. What do I do? What do I do? Dove gnaws on her thumbnail as she paces back and forth. A deep wrinkle forms between her brows by the time she finally slows to a halt. Dove stops chewing on her nail and looks down on me. My eyes widen when I see the face she wears. I don't want him to take you too. I see tears line Dove's eyes and my heart sinks. She sniffles and wipes her face with the sleeve of her gown. The fear of her face disappears when she brings her arm back down. In its place is a fiery determination. Dove storms out of the room, leaving the dining room looking far more chaotic than when we had first arrived. Something about the sight makes my heart start to race. This whole time, I've been searching for any little crack in the wall that will lead to my freedom. Maybe I've been trying to break open the wrong thing. Dove makes her way to the sub-pie closet in the hallway again. She yanks it open with both hands and hunches down to dig for something. Her eyes light up when she finally finds what she's looking for. I hear the sound of glass rattling. I brush against her side and look at what she's found. Dove takes out a jar with what appears to be glass beads and charms. I tilt my head curiously. She retrieves a couple more items from the closet before we make the journey back to her bedroom. The moment we reach Dove's room, she makes her way to the clearest spot to sit on the floor and faces her back to me. I startle when I feel a lump underneath my blankets as I settle into it. Oh right, the ghosts. I was so close to getting to Grell, but I think navigating the halls will be much more perilous with that strange boy roaming around. I don't know what his relationship with Dove is, but it's clear they're related. I mean, they look alike. And honestly, I can't say I'm itching to learn more about him. The witch and the boy, all I need to know is that I should stay clear wherever they're near. I look to see what Dove is doing. She seems to be completely immersed in whatever she's doing. My eyes roam around the room. I spot a random book that had been thrown open, probably when Dove had decided to redecorate. Pulling myself forward on my paws, I scoot up to it and trail over the words on the open pages. A book on toxic plants? A yawn forces my jaws open. I blink at the drawings on the page. Oh, I think I saw that flower on the rooftop garden. Done! My head snaps up. I fell asleep. The gentle tap of rain against the window is the first thing I notice as my senses come back to me from the fog asleep. My head turns to look outside. Surrounded by gray storm clouds, the moon continues to hold watch over the manor from the exact same spot as earlier. Are we in a perpetual nighttime? Like, okay, honestly, that's kind of sick. Everything about this place feels like I'm stuck in a nightmare. Maybe I'm actually still at home right now, being carried to bed by my grandmother, and this is all just a bad dream. Just as long as we don't end up with a vampire invasion. Why? What's wrong with a vampire invasion? Why? What's wrong with a vampire invasion? Nothing wrong with it. I mean, depending. There are some, just like people, there are shitty vampires out there. We don't want them. Just depends how the vampires act. That's fair. We don't want the shitty ones. I mean, there's only a couple of vampires I know, and they're pretty chill. But they're also maid vampires. I don't know. I find a lot of maid vampires really questionable in their moralities and their principles. Like, the few born vampires got a little more, like, integrity to them. Mainly because they just suffered. And you're kind of just like, this is the way it is. We weren't, like, quote-unquote born again. So it's like, you're not, like, experiencing something new. You're kind of just like, meh. 'Tis life. That's life. Ooh. And we can go about the argument about, like, being born undead. It's a whole thing. We're not going into it. It's a philosophy I don't like talking about. No, I know better. In a world like this, it's harder to imagine days where you're not inconvenienced by monsters. Honestly, I'd rather a vampire invasion than a zombie invasion, though, because zombies are just like, they're an actual infestation. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sorry. A shuffling sound draws my eyes away from the window. I look over at Dove and watch as her back straightens. She stands and makes her way over to me, holding something in her hands. Ooh, excuse me. She kneels in front of me, looking nervously at her closed palms before opening them. Oh, the waters make me hiccup. Depends on the speed of the zombies for me, I'd say. I just don't want zombies in general. Fast, slow, dumb, smart, whatever they are, I don't want them. Nope. Well, not hard pass. I mean, yeah, I just don't want them. They're just parasites. They're parasites. They're infestations. They don't need to, like, exist. They really do not need to exist. I'm not gonna lie. No. We don't need them. She kneels in front of me, looking nervously at her closed palms before opening them. The shadows from the storm clouds roll around the room like they're reflections of waves on the ocean floor. Beams of moonlight break through and bounce off the object that hangs from Dove's fingers. It's a necklace. How much jewelry does she have? Like, good for her. Or are they from her mother? Where's her mother? Messily arranged on a red string, with mismatched glass beads that hug a small leaf ornament made of a shiny silver metal. Oh, that sounds so cute. The brightness of it contests the small smile Dove wears as she presents it to me. Did she make us a collar? Oh my god, I love it. Red adorns her pale cheeks and forehead. Oh my god, look at her blush! Red adorns her pale cheeks and forehead, sticking out so darkly she almost looks feverish. She sucks in a deep breath. Another deep breath. I can't do magic yet. She lowers her head, avoiding my gaze. But this will help protect you. I stare at Dove, dumbfounded. Oh my god, I love her! She's so sweet! If we can throw some werewolves in, I'll take the vampire invasion. I mean, werewolves are vampires' friends. We are not sworn enemies. We are buddies. It has been years since there was a caste system. It has been centuries since there was a caste system with werewolves and vampires and the rest of the moonlit-driven beings. We buddies now. I mean, there's a little bit of tension with the older ones, but we buddies now. Team Edward. Also, I was Team Edward. I'm sorry. I did not like Twilight, and I know I'm sick every time I watch Twilight. Because I'm not gonna lie, I watch the entire Twilight series anytime I actually have a really bad fever. I don't know. I know I'm unwell. I can never... Whatever. I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum. If someone's Team Jacob, go for it. But I will have to be Team Edward. Not because he's a vampire, because no shiny-ass vampires exist. Like, I'm sorry. If you think you a vampire for being shiny, no. You a fucking, like... Fairy sprite. You some fairy sprite hybrid. I don't know what you are, but you ain't no vampire. Anyways. Still Team Edward. Like, Jacob was just like, they both have their flaws, but I'll take Edward's flaws over Jacob's flaws any day. I was Team neither. Edward felt like he could end up emotionally abusive, and Jacob felt like he could end up physically abusive. Both are not good options, but I prefer the Edward over the Jacob. That's just me. But at the end of the day, Team Carlisle. Team Carlisle. He actually, like, managed the family, managed them safely, was always mostly calm. He was the green flag. I stare at Dove, dumbfounded. My heart beats hard in my chest. Dove's fingers tremble around the necklace she made for me. For me? But what about her? Who protects you, Dove? Oh my god, you do! You do! This is... Basil. How dumb can you be? You protect. She's giving you protection. She thinks she can take care of herself. You know what your job is to do, Basil? Stop that hyper independence in this wee little child. Be the best friend. Plus, he managed to be a doctor and a vampire. Couldn't have been an easy job for a vampire. Yeah, wasn't he like a surgeon or was he just a general practitioner? Because like, either way, yeah. He's smart. He like, very good job. See? Carlisle, good flag. We team Carlisle. In this house, we team Carlisle. Who protects you, Dove? I can't remember, but either way, he would be around a blood. Yeah. I mean, he has access to blood. I think that was the main way that they survived. But like, yeah. And that's how like Bella gave fucking birth. So, we stand a green flag. Even though I like my red flags, we stand a green flag too. I glance behind her. Besides the lock on your door. My eyes start to burn as I look back at her. She finally meets my gaze, waiting for my response. I accept the necklace. Why would I not accept the necklace? It's crazy. He was a doctor and surgeon. Ah, okay, so he would actually be tempted all the time, but he like over however long his lifespan is, was able to build out like strength against it on his willpower. Like, I'm sorry, I got no willpower, as we all know about this. But like, good for him. Wait, Pirata, do you just know this knowledge off the top of your head, or did you look this up? Because I'm concerned if you just know this off the top of your head. Because I think you've consumed too much Twilight if you know this off the top of your head. Wouldn't surprise me if that is part of the reason he took that career field. Probably good training on it. You googled it? Okay, I'm not concerned for your not as concerned for your sanity. Okay, good. But yeah, I mean, honest, that probably is what like compelled him to pick that as a career. But like, to be able to stay in it with that willpower, good for you, sir. None of your children could, fucking none of your coven could do it. No other vampire could do it, probably. That's probably why he was like so like well regarded, because he was a network of people who like didn't want to kill but needed blood. He could get it for them. He was the blood dealer. Never watch all the movies to the end. Fair. Okay. Yeah, I only have watched it when I'm sick. I know I'm sick. I sleep right through like the second or the third movie completely every time. Or both. And I only am awake for like the Breaking Dawn and like Twilight. It's terrible. Pirata and I were indirectly involved in the Twilight trivia. That's concerning. I'm so sorry. I read through the books. You read the books? I'm so sorry, dang it. Whoa. Okay, y'all that actually chose to do this to yourselves, that's on you. If you understand that they aren't good, but they're kind of just like enjoyable trash, I won't judge you. Just be able to admit that it's trash is all I'm saying. First, I was really pumped with a vampire movie in the cinema, and then I was like, what? While watching it, very fair reaction. I only read them because a girl I liked loved them. I'm pouring one for you. Gotta pour one out for a brother. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, you did the thing. You did the thing. You know what? I can't blame you, but I'm so sorry. Sorry, my mic. I'm so sorry. Classic move, my dude. The necklace looks so fragile. I wonder what was running through her head as she arranged every bead. Did she agonize over the colors, the shapes? Oh my god! Okay, so fun fact, which I might not have brought up before. Saf, the like Safina, or not Safina. Safine / she uses, they use their real name on their portfolio, is Canadian. I appreciate the spelling so much. Oh my god. Yes. Did she agonize over the colors, the shapes? If I've learned anything about Dove, it's that she seems to work hard at whatever she does, even if she's not that good at it. I studied the necklace, trying to imagine every decision she had made. Actually, now that I look at it, the charm she put on the necklace almost looks like a basil leaf. Yes! Is that simply coincidence? I slowly rise from the floor and step closer to Dove. She watches me anxiously and grips the necklace with white knuckles. Oh my god! Basil's just a dog and she's like, is the dog gonna like my gift? I love her. Dove is so sweet! I just want to protect her at all fucking costs. I hold her blue eyes in mine. Then I lower my head towards her. Look at this little blush! Ah! I hear Dove breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, she's so cute! Oh, this is so cute! I close my eyes as she so carefully brings the necklace over my head and places it around my neck. Somehow, the weight of the necklace helps me feel less vulnerable. Dove gives me a small smile and quickly pulls her hands back to her lap. The necklace holds no magic, but if Dove believes this can keep me safe, I want to believe her too. Oh my god, this is so sweet, my heart! A loud noise bolts me awake. Jesus Christ. A quick glance at the window shows calamitous storm clouds that roar and light up with branches of lightning. Calamitous is such a good word. Rain drums against the window violently and wind makes the frame tremble. I can barely tell what time it is anymore. Loud music disrupts my thoughts. The song playing is scratchy and reverberates through the walls. Reverberates through the walls. Oh my god, I can English. I'm surprised they don't tremble from how thunderous it is. My ears press flat and I reach my paws up to dampen the blaring noise further. Loud thumps and a voice accompany the music. I watch the door and consider double-checking to see if it's locked. Fuck! Fuck's sake! My blood thunders in my ears. What on earth is going on? Laying so exposed on the floor makes my skin crawl. The air feels uncomfortably warm and damp. The heat makes everything in my vision shimmer like infernal illusions. Is there a fire? I swallow and search for Dove in the dark. Abnormal as she is, I can't imagine anyone being able to sleep in these conditions. When my ears pick up the sound of tapping, I know my suspicions are correct. I find Dove kneeling at the foot of her bed. The sight of slightly open curtains behind her catches me off guard. It's heavily shadowed, but I think it looks like something is moving inside of the canopy. Fear pulls my gaze away. I focus on what Dove is doing. The clouds part just enough to let a streak of red into the bedroom. The sight behind Dove makes my heart rate jump. Rotting limbs and branches of hands manifest out of the shadows. Not approaching, just lurking. And for some reason, they're very vocal tonight. Gurgling growls, strained groans, and the sound of grinding glass grow louder and louder. Oh my god, that alliteration is like beautiful. I'm sorry, that is amazing. Gurgling growls, strained groans, and the sound of grinding glass grow louder and louder, as if competing against the other noises that violate the quiet of the night. My paw taps around my blanket until it finds a small lump. They're all gathered here. My eyes flick to Dove and widen when I see what she fiddles with. In Dove's hands is a cross. What? Or at least something crudely shaped to look like one. I'm unnerved by the sight of it. Dove tightly crosses together splintered wood with wires and strings. She making a voodoo? What? She ties the wood together so tightly that chunks break off and litter the floor. It looks like one of the crosses in the graveyard outside. The only question is, who is it intended for? Wait, who died? What? Did the wish replace Babel? Oh. The sounds of the ghost have started to muffle the loud music. I notice Dove's stiff expression start to melt into something slightly more serene. My paw moves off of the lump. Now is not a good time. My arms cross and I rest my head on them to watch Dove work. I don't think I'll be able to go back to sleep. I can't tell how much time has passed. The light of the moon shining into Dove's room has become our daylight as much as our moonlight. Whether it is truly day or night, it's impossible for me to tell. A couple of candles light up the room. I suppose all there is left to do is convince our brains that it's the time to be awake. Dove sits at the window, completely focused on watching the trees like she's searching for something. She has the window opened, allowing a cool breeze to blow in. When she notices me watching her, she pulls the window closed and stands. Ready to start the day? No, but I can't sleep to get away from a nightmare. I've grown even more conscious of each second that passes ever since the witch and the boy have appeared. It feels like it's all counting down to something I cannot possibly predict. To waste time sitting around, doing nothing feels like a death sentence. I stand, perked up and ready to go. She looks down at me. He won't get in the way today. My head tilts in confusion, but Dove offers no explanation and simply makes her way out of the room. I slowly trail after her. Which he? We failed to find any ghosts so far today. I had even looked for the big grandfather clock in the hallway to try to see what time it was, but its hands have stopped moving. I sulk on the kitchen floor while Dove sits nearby, half-heartedly trying to mend the mess I've made of the kitchen wall. For those of you without Twitch Turbo or are not subscribed, there will be an ad in about 30 seconds. Yeah! Her hand makes slow and untrained brushstrokes, attempting to mimic the designs of the wallpaper in the spaces where my claws had torn through. I can see her mood drop with every shaky line and every uncontrollable bristle mark. She's so cute! She pulls her hand back to compare her clumsy floral paintings to the wallpaper, and her patience finally snaps. Dove throws the paintbrush onto the floor in resignation. Right as it meets the floor, I flinch. Dove doesn't. We both turn our heads towards the hallway. A coil of stress unravels in my gut. Is it the witch? The boy? Or is it a ghost? Dove doesn't take the time to weigh the odds like I do. Instead, she shoots up and goes to investigate. I steady my breathing and chase after her. I almost gag at what we find on the floor in the hallway. What do we find? Wind howls as it creeps in through the shattered window. The corpse of a crow lays in a mangled and bloody heap before us. The most ominous detail is its lack of a head? Pardon? I'm in. Dove crouches down and gives it a nudge with an unreadable expression. The ad jail has rolled. I am going to blow my nose because my nose is terribly itchy, so be right back. realized I was muted and talking. It's mostly talking to myself, but like I was muted and talking and like, god damn it. Anyways, welcome back, jailbirds. You guys didn't miss anything about me blowing my nose because of fucking allergies, but whatever. Dove crouches down and gives it a nudge with an unreadable expression. Why would you nudge it? The head's gone. I guess we should clean it up? No, wait. How did this even get here? Is this a regular occurrence around here as well? I don't have time to piece together a logical answer because we hear another crash just down the hall. We leave the bird as it is and track down the new noise. The same sight greets us once again. Broken window, dead, headless bird. Did we take a wrong turn and come back to the same hallway? I look up at Dove, searching for answers on her face. Her unreadable expression has started to crack, but it only reveals her own bewilderment. It sounds like every window in the house has just exploded, all the way down towards Dove's room. I follow Dove's hurried steps further into the mansion. Every new dead crow we pass instills new panic in me. That's a curse! That's asking for a curse! If you're killing crows and making them headless, you're placing a fucking curse on yourself, bro. We don't bother inspecting each one. They're all the same. Dove rushes past each broken window with quick glances and hisses every time she steps on a shard of glass. The last crow we find sits near the door to Dove's room. We're both breathing heavily as we finally take a moment to pause. The dead crow lays unmoving in a splattered pool of blood. This sight makes my body buzz with anxiety, which only feels heightened paired with a lack of sleep. Torturing small animals is the first sign of a serial killer, right? I mean, this is a witch, and the boy I also assume is a witch, and they both look pretty freaking evil. So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't need to look for an explanation anymore. The signs of a bad omen could not be clearer. My legs hold me up unsteadily. Dove tries to catch her breath as she observes the bird, followed by the red sky beyond the now broken window. A frown tugs her mouth down, and I can see sweat drip down the side of her face. We both flinch at the sound of a slight tap coming from inside her room. Inside the room? The fur along my spine bristles. I slowly inch forward, and Dove limps behind me. Oh! Jesus Christ, a ghost in Dove's room catches me by surprise. I hear Dove's breath hitch when she spots it by her window. Its beak taps against the glass. Then the window creaks open. Oh God, Dove didn't lock it earlier. I watch in horror as Grell's limbs start to crawl up the seat of the window. No! Dove bursts forward with her hands outstretched, but she stops just short of touching the ghost. Her hands tremble with hesitation. I can barely breathe. Grell twists its head as if to look at Dove one last time, before it finally throws... What? Before it finally throws itself out the window. What? What? Dove breaks out of her daze and surges ahead again. She's too late. Don't do this! Music change to me! Her fingers barely even reach the wispy strings that protrude from Grell's long arms as it disappears to the ground below. I'm sorry? She stumbles hard onto the window seat, bruising her knees. Oh my God. The sickly sound of crunching bones and splattering flesh reaches our ears. Dove gasps sharply. My eyes are widened and I feel bile start to rise from my stomach. I approach the window with my heart threatening to explode out of my chest. Dove lifts herself and peers out the window. Her body goes stiff with dread. I let out a shuddering breath, then join her on the bench. When I look down, my stomach clenches. Grell makes broken wheezes where it lays. Its limbs are twisted, and its carnage paints the grass from where its head had crashed against the hard earth. Oh boy, that's an image! I stare, frozen with morbid curiosity, as its legs twitch in an effort to get up again. Can't die if you're already dead, but you can suffer. Dove stumbles back from the window, no longer able to digest the sight of Grell's state of agony. Her feet tingle in my blanket and she falls backward onto her rear. She whimpers from the ache, then blinks watery eyes at something. My eyes follow her line of sight and... Oh. A small bone sits uncovered on the floor. The tag attached to it with Grell's name written on it quivers from the wind coming in through the window. I jump down from the window. Dove's face darkens, then she starts moving quickly. I press against the wall, trying not to get in the way as she paces around the room gathering things. She grabs a small vial from a drawer, my empty metal dishes, a lit candle, then finally, Grell's bone. She kneels on the floor, shoving books and loose papers out of the way before settling down her materials. She throws the bone into the bowl and pours the liquid, which I'm assuming is some kind of oil, until it completely saturates it. I've only noticed now, but I think the bone might be one of the arm bones. And judging by its size and strength, or in length, it does not belong to an adult? Oh my god, what? Dove grabs the candle and fixes her eyes on the bone before finally committing to the next step. Her jaw clenches.
This whole time, you've only just wished to return home. How lucky you are to not belong here.
Dove tips the candle into the dishes and the bone erupts in flames. Grell's groans of pain echo in the silence. The bone does not burn easily. I can see Dove's lack of patience as her fingers curl into her palms. In the fire, I can see the small bone fracture and hear it pop from the heat. The white bone chars into gray, then black. Its texture flakes and sizzles. Dove decides she's waited long enough. Without hesitation, she slams the other metal bowl over the flame and smothers it. When she's confident the fire has been put out, she lifts the lid. Smoke billows from the bowl, causing Dove to wave her hands and cough. The smoke escapes out the window. She takes one look at the burned bone before she dumps the crumbling remains onto the floor. Dove takes a deep breath. Then she starts smashing the bone with the flat of the bottom of the bowl. My throat tightens and my ears fall from the sound of Dove crushing the bone. She grips the bowl with both hands, raises her arms, then brings it down again and again. The loud clanging makes me cringe back. I hear something that resembles the ring of wind chimes, but Dove does not stop. I only watch in terror as Dove continues her beastly display. She only stops when her arms have finally turned numb, and the bowl slips out from her fingers. Wind moves the ashes on the ground in a spiral. Dove pants heavily. Her eyes are completely dull. Silence fills the air. I hop onto the window seat. I know what I will see before I look down. Nothing. Not a trace of Grell remains. A soft gale brushes against my fur. I look up. The moon had seen it all. It glares down upon us, not in disgust, but in glee. Pardon you? Dove barely speaks the next day, but the witch once again disrupts the night with loud sounds from his phonograph. Sometimes it sounds like he's conversing with someone. At first, I thought I would hear the voice of the boy from the hallway responding to him, but it's someone completely else. I've started to notice the witch's pattern. Dove must be very familiar with it. Every morning, it's like she can read the signs that will tell her what the witch will be doing for the day. I wonder if the signs apply for the boy as well. On the next quiet day, we search the manor for the other 2 ghosts. Their remains stay hidden under my blanket. When they refuse to show themselves, we spend the rest of our day in the library, melting from the humidity that not even the ceaseless rain can dampen. Dove focuses at her desk, furiously scratching away on notes and drawings. I didn't notice the difference when Babel had left, but Grail's disappearance feels like it's widened a crack it had started. And Dove? She's been incredibly on edge since the witch returned. How long has it been since lightness was able to find its way onto her face? A gnawing feeling makes me wonder if I'm partly to blame. Dove pulls at her hair and blows out an irritated sigh. Her hands resentfully push away her work as she stands. I'm tired. I lift myself up, ready to follow her back to her room. Then I hear the sound of a book hitting the floor. I go still and slowly turn my head to see a book has landed right beside me. A pale hand picks it up and I startle, not noticing Dove had walked over. I watch as she lifts the book and shoves it back into place on the shelf. Her eyes flicker to something before she is once again moving away. My heart starts to beat anxiously. I take a peek in the same direction and my eyes fix onto the window at the back of the library, and the decayed foot that climbs the shelf behind me in the reflection of the glass. This time, I hear a familiar drag when we step out into the hallway. It almost brings me comfort. I've learned there are people to be far more afraid of in this house. I don't know, she's still pretty fucking gruesome, but okay. The bright apparition of the hallway ghost sweeps towards us. Her presence is like confirmation that the day has turned to night, and I cling to that. I let out a yawn and move out of the ghost's way. Dove watches her pass with the eyes of a hawk. Her neck twists as she follows the ghost's movement until it fades into the shadows. Her gaze lingers where it disappears. When she finally turns back, he blinks in surprise. I snap my head around and find Odette standing right in front of Dove. One of the ghost's shadowy hands rises to its cracked face. Its fingers fold in a gesture like it's telling Dove to be quiet. I feel like I'm about to quick save soon because this is a very long chapter, but I'm just gonna... Jesus Christ! Then his arms shoot out towards Dove. I feel like I need to fucking make... God damn it, okay. Dove's screams rings down the hallway. My ears go completely limp as I balk at the sight of Dove getting dragged away. Let go! Tendrils of phantom arms wrap around Dove's torso. Smoke rises from the touch between her and the ghost, forcing a loud shriek from Dove. I never suspected Odette to ever do something like this to Dove. I thought they would never do anything to hurt Dove. So why was it doing this? Dove's feet kick and try to find purchase on the floor, but they only slip out from under her. Stop it! The ghost continues to drag her down the hallway. I snap out of my shock and chase after Dove and the ghost. I growl and bare my teeth at the ghost, but it makes no difference. How do I let it go? Panic starts to fill me. Oh my god. Try to pull Dove. My teeth latch onto Dove's skirt and I dig my claws into the floorboards to anchor myself. It's no use though. Black tears drip down to Dove's chin. Odette, stop! I hear the sound of searing flesh where Odette's hands hold her fiercely. My nails start to lose their grip and I'm pulled along with them. I trip and Dove's dress is released from my grip. No. What do I do? Only one solution comes to mind. Odette's remains. I turn and bolt down the hallway. Dove's cries carry down the corridor as if in chase of me. I skid around corners and make my way to Dove's room at full speed. It seems I've gotten quite good at walking on all fours. Jesus Christ, I break into a stop. I look around the dark hallway, my breath coming out in shallow puffs. Are you kidding me? I could have stopped before there was a climax. Am I hearing things? My body feels overly warm under my fur. Then I hear it again. I jump off the floor and spin around. My fur stands prickled from fright. Suspended in the air is a crow. Part of one, at least. Is it just a head? What the fuck? Unlike the crows from a couple of days ago, this one seems to be missing its body. It is just the head's fucking Christ. Part of its spine protrudes from where its rotting flesh has been torn from its torso. It floats high in the air, hidden in the shadows of the ceiling, and screeches like a siren. Odette! I wince back from the shrill voice that the head creates. Suddenly, it's not the only one screaming bloody murder. They're all calling Odette, motherfucker. I sprint away from the screens, but they follow me down the hallway. Every new step I take, more and more floating heads manifest from the shadows and pierce my ears with their cries. My eyes are wide with panic and my skull rattles. The path before me distorts, twisting into a specially curated hell where all I can do is run without a shred of respite. The fur around my ears starts to feel damp. Warm liquid runs down the side of my face. Is blood dripping from the ceilings now? Yo! I see some of it drip onto the floor. Oh, it is. Blood. I whimper as I continue to race towards Dove's room. When I finally reach it, I practically tumble into the room. I waste no time tossing the blanket on the floor aside. All that is left is the pouch with Odette's name and a lock of hair. I grab the pouch and take a deep breath, then return to the hallway. I follow the smell of wilting lilacs and burning parchment to find Dove again. The screeches of the crow heads in the hallway had muffled all other sounds and left my ears ringing. Dove's scent leads me to the kitchen. Right as Odette attempts to take Dove out through the door that is no longer there. I watch as Odette bumps into the wall where the kitchen door used to be. The one I had used to enter this nightmarish place all those days ago. Dove sobs weakly from the burns. When she sees me, her eyes grow watery again. Help! I immediately drop the pouch from my mouth, a rush to Dove. Jesus Christ, my lips curl back, baring my teeth, and I jump off the ground and latch onto one of Odette's arms. My eyes sting from the pain that surges through me, but I do not let go. This is nothing compared to what you did to Dove. I clamp my jaws even tighter than Odette starts to howl. Even when the ghost arms untangle from Dove's body, I do not let go. The ghost thrashes its arm, trying to throw me off. It hurls my body against the wall, but I only hold on tighter. I whimper and growl in stubborn refusal. Aren't you supposed to care for Dove? You hurt her! I dig my teeth in further, now out of anger. Then I hear that sound. Wind chimes. I fall onto the ground hard. My entire body aches. I gag and hack out a small amount of blood onto the floor. With blurry eyes, I look for Odette. She's completely gone. I search for Dove and my eyes squint at the sight of fire coming from the hearth. Beside it, Dove kneels limply against the wall, staring at her hands. Fingernails burn much easier than bones. I shiver. I guess it forgot. It didn't end well the first time it tried to take me away. I'm still trying to catch my breath when Dove rises. As she slowly drags herself out of the kitchen, I stumble after her as well. Okay, I'm gonna save here because I feel like this is gonna be the backstory. And then, what is this? What is it? Empty slot. Okay, double save. Thank you for the care package, Doc. Thank you. Also, I'm probably gonna save here and end here because, oh boy, I feel like this chapter is gonna go on for a little longer, and I can't commit to it. I need to sleep. I have shit to do tomorrow. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be sad. Okay, we're gonna go on the main menu. Yes, we saved. Okay. Wait, nothing has changed. Is it because the chapter is not over that nothing has changed? Damn. Okay, I'm upset, but okay, I get it. I'm just gonna quickly do this here before I'm ending stream. Where is this? Schedule. Woohoo! Where are you? Okay, this is schedule. Tomorrow's stream will not be reversed. It will not be our weekly gacha. Tomorrow's stream is still going to be at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. GMT plus 9 time zone. But it's going to be a surprise. It's also a cozy time. But I strongly suggest to get your warm bevies ready and to continue to be cozy because it is a continuation of a series. It is a surprise continuation of a series that we have started here not too long ago for other story times. That's all the hint I will give. But if you can't make tomorrow's stream, there will be a stream on Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. GMT plus 9 time zone, which will be... What did I say it was? I already forgot. What did I say it was? Where is my schedule? A schedule. What are you? Oh, the Friday stream will still be Have a Nice Death. A platformer which I stuck with, and then our European friendly time zone one, which will be 12 p.m. Pacific on the Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, 4 a.m. GMT plus 9 time zone on the Sunday, will be the reverse stream. So that is our weekly gacha, just to end the week with some coziness, and it'll be a short stream, mainly because of the fact that I have stuff to do that afternoon. Yeah, that one will be like quite a short stream. That'll actually be like 2 hours tops. But yeah, I am going to rest because I was really into that story. But oh my god, I'm really into this chapter. My voice is dying though. I'm going to relax, detach, and thank you again, Taco, for the raid. Will we move on? Will we be good and pass on the raid? Is there someone cozy? I mean, it's hard to find people cozy nowadays. Oh my god, there's a lot of not cozy happening. There's a lot of not cozy happening. You know what? We can go on to some chill Minecraft times. It's not super cozy, but it's still chill. I'm going to send you all to Spirit, who is playing just Minecraft with other people that are part of this coterie, the other fledglings, Kat and Mori. We see them often. But yes, here is the raid message. Here is the sub raid message. Remember to take care of yourselves. If it's been a day, remember to hydrate and stretch. If it's late in the day, please choose to go to sleep and take care of yourself. If you want to raid and dash. Again, importance is self-care. And if it's early in the day and you gotta do stuff, be productive, be a good person, and remember to eat well. But most importantly, it is eat, or it is stretch and hydrate. What do you mean no? It's the rule. Stop disobeying. It's self-care. Self-appreciation. Stop it. I'll bite you. I can't make you, but I can highly encourage doing so. But yes. Will you raid Addy Heart? Yes. But have a good night and good day. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. Good night, good day, and good time zones. Bye bye.